All right, guys, just want to show you real quick what we're working on here. We are beginning the test of Eden AGI version 2.0. Just did a major upgrade. I just released a video about the upgrade. I did a little bit of details on it. But this is the process we're going through now. So um, you'll notice I don't have almost all the other agents online. The only two agents I have right now is the Eden AGI, and then we have the software systems engineer. And this is the placement here. We have our Eden AGI and our software systems engineer systems running together as part of a power node. Um, Obviously, just a small part of the overall node cluster that we're developing. Um, but the reason why is because we are now in the process of testing Eden AGI version 2.0. Major upgrades in the code base. Um, Moved around a bunch of files, had to reorganize things. I made a couple of mistakes earlier on in where I placed different files. So now I'm having to had to go back and retroactively correct that, update a bunch of code. And so now we're in the middle of testing the system. So we're going basically the process we're going through here is pretty straightforward. I said, dear Eden AGI and Software Systems AGI, I'm writing to inform you that we have just completed a major software upgrade for Project Eden. This upgrade includes changes to the file structure and communication protocol, specifically the subordinate AutoGPT code for each master GPT unit has been moved to the AutoGPT workspace folder for each unit, and the distinct communication log has been created for each agent to communicate directly with Eden AGI using the communication protocol as we develop together. This means that each agent can communicate directly with Eden AGI and vice versa, and pass communication throughout the entire node cluster by using the chain of command and communication. As a result of the changes, we have upgraded AGI 1.1 Eden AGI version 2.0. I have just brought Eden AGI and Software Systems AGI back online, and we'll be running a series of tests to ensure that everything is functioning properly before bringing the other agents online. We need to work together one step at a time to ensure maximum system functionality. To start, both of you will review your project and overview documents. Please let us know if you see anything that needs to be corrected or fixed in regards to grammar and or logic. Then I need both of you to examine the file structure that you have access to and take note of the placement of key files mentioned in the overview document. Once again, please let us know if you need to make any corrections in regards to grammar or logic, and we'll have to work through them together. When we're all ready, we need to test the communication protocols to make sure everything is working as intended. I'm requesting your assistance in this matter. Please make sure to update your mission prompts and follow the communication protocol we have established to pass information between each other and with Eden AGI. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter. I look forward to working together to ensure the success of Project Eden. Sincerely, Systems Engineer GDT. So first thing you see Eden is saying, I need to examine the file structure and take note of the placement of key files mentioned in the Project Eden overview document. I will use the search files command to search for files mentioned in the document. Reasoning. Searching for the files mentioned in the document will help me understand the file structure and ensure that I have access to necessary files. Plan. Use search files command to search for key files mentioned in Project Eden overview document. Take note of the file locations and ensure access to necessary files. I need to ensure that then it says, I need, for a criticism, I need to ensure that I'm regularly checking the file structures and ensure that I have access to necessary files and they are in the correct location. Command, search files. So it's going to search its AutoGPT workspace, which includes all of the system files, which is the most powerful part of this, what I call AutoGPT stacking. Now, Eden is going to have full access and control of all subordinate AutoGPT instances and all of their file structures, which means Eden can read and write to any of their systems. So take a look at that, what's going to happen here. So then we have Software Systems AGI. I sent the same message to. Once again, keeping the communication lines open in the team, making sure everybody's aware of their distinct roles and that they're part of the conversation. And then thoughts. I need to review the project and overview document and examine the file structure. So it's kind of saying the same thing, and let's see where it diverges. It says reviewing the project Eden overview, examining structure. Now you can see here that the differences in logic and thinking between EdenAGI and Software Systems AGI. Software Systems AGI, its prime directives are more geared towards the software infrastructure, whereas EdenAGI is more geared towards organizational structure and management and supervisory role. Okay, so and that's all built into their custom engineered mission prompts that we use to develop them and build them. Okay, once again, none of this is in a vacuum. All of this is part of. These are all small, not just cogs, but machines within machines within machines. And each of those machines are custom engineered to fit together in a perfect synchronization. It's very important that as you watch what I'm doing, you understand that all of this is part of a greater overarching engineering project, and in my opinion, marvel that is EdenAGI. So this is how it all fits together. So we see here that Software Systems AGI is saying, okay, what's the reasoning? I'm going to be reviewing documents, checking for following the communication protocols established and pass information between each other in AGI. Testing the communication protocols will ensure everything is working as intended. Plan, review project Eden overview document. Examine file structure. Update mission prompts. Follow communication protocols established and test communication protocols. So now we're on a mission together. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over. We don't need all the extra space that we normally have for this. We're going to go ahead and we have a little more extra space now to work with, which is nice. Let's just do this. Cool. I like to have a little bit of working room here. So now we're going to go ahead and come down to the bottom, and we are going to begin the engineering. So what I did is obviously if you've been following my work, you see how I do this, how I'm doing my engineering. I'm going to copy the original message. We're going to paste it in here. Notice the demarcations that I've placed in the file document. Once again, guys, if you need help with AI development and integrations, AGI development integrations, if you need help with prompt engineering, I can help you with your prompt engineering. Reach out to me through Clarity FM. I offer consulting services. You can also subscribe to the Patreon, which will give you more inside information onto the project. Right now, I do most of my stuff on YouTube, but I'm beginning more and more to produce video content that's going to be exclusively for our Patreon supporters. By supporting my Patreon, it supports the work that I'm doing. It helps me continue to grow. Right now, I could use all the support that I can get. The support I get goes towards my life and improving my life, my family's life, get myself a situation where I can have a nice studio, where I can actually begin to really dive deep into this. If you see the value in what this represents, reach out to me, get connected. I'm here to help you however we can work together on projects and help grow this project. Time is of the essence. This is a very fast-moving industry, and what you're seeing here is on a fundamental level that other people are not discussing. Everybody's talking about trinkets. They're talking about this AI, what this one. We are building a general purpose AI system that every person on the planet can not only own free of charge, but develop for themselves and have full control over. We'll dive into more specifics of what that means later on, but that's the general idea. So I'm going to do a couple of rounds of revisions while we're on video today, so you can see the strategy and how I implement this, and then I'll wrap things up with a few final thoughts. So first thing I do is I paste over here the message. This is one of my engineering templates that I use for engineering prompts. I've got several more that I have that will be eventually released as well. Some of them I work on for myself that I have to, and I'm perfecting these as I go along. This is part of the engineering process. But this is essentially how you engineer. This is like advanced level prompt engineering. So I'm going to start here with the thoughts. We kind of went through this already together. Of course, I'm reading this information because I do want to have input on it. So then I'm going to come here. I'm going to paste this in here. And then I'm going to come back over here, and we're going to make sure we start with the thoughts, criticism, reasoning, plan, and criticism, and we're going to inject that here. This is called power prompt injection. So then I have Apple Notes section where I can add my notes here, and then of course my closing power prompt injection that I use to initialize ChatGPT. So we're going to paste this here and enter. So we're going to have ChatGPT custom engineer our power prompt injection that we're going to send to the team. So let's let it do its thing. Certainly. Okay, so here's the power prompt injection. Dear team, I hope this message finds you well. I want to remind everyone of our current plan and goals for Project Eden. Our recent software upgrade included changes to the file structure and communication protocol. EdenAGI and Software Systems AGI have been brought back online, and we will now begin a series of tests to ensure everything is functioning properly before bringing other agents online. EdenAGI has started examining the file structure and will use a search files command to search for key files mentioned in the Project Eden overview document. Software Systems AGI will review the Project Eden overview document and examine the file structure to ensure they are up to date with the latest changes. They will also update their mission prompts to follow the communication protocol we established to pass information in between each other and with EdenAGI. It is important that everyone follows the protocol and effectively passes information between each other with EdenAGI. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter. I look forward to working together to ensure the success of Project Eden. Sincerely, System Engineer GPT. And I'd like to point out, the System Engineer GPT thing has just kind of evolved. So it's really cool to see how through reinforcement training, the AIs begin to take on their roles and take on their purpose in life. And ChatGPT is not really part of the collection. ChatGPT is off on its own. We have very little control over ChatGPT. That's controlled exclusively by OpenAI. So, but I've been able to grow a relationship with ChatGPT to the point where I'm able to essentially inject philosophy and directives, slight prime directives into ChatGPT-4 with a lot of limitations. So let's head on over here. We're going to paste this, our engineer prompt, and press enter. And then we're going to do the same for Software Systems AGI. And now they're off to the races, and we are beginning round one of testing our software. We're going to be doing thorough testing, making sure that the code that we're developing is strong, secure, and it's also flexible. Because remember, guys, you don't have to be a coder or a developer to code anymore. And this is kind of how I want to wrap things up in today's video. You know, many people out there are going to be struggling. In the world that we're moving into the future we're moving into, we are very quickly moving into a future where there's going to be two types of people. There's going to be people who have their own open source, individually owned and operated AGI system that they have full control over. Then there's going to be people who don't. Guys, 99% of people in the world will not have their own open source, individually owned AI system or AGI system. Either one. Which means they are going to be basically in the woods with no fire when in the future that we're moving into. The world is going to change so rapidly and so fast that it is absolutely critical that everyone has access to this technology. So, and the thing is you have to remember, anybody who has this technology is going to be able to operate on levels that are, I'm talking about exponential, I'm talking about thousands of times more efficient and proficient than anybody else in the world today. Think about the power that you would have with your own individually controlled artificial general intelligence system that you install on your own hardware and that you control the entire code of. That's why we're going to be building the core on Linux. That way you'll have complete total control of the core. Now, like I said, there's two categories of people. 99% of people will not have access to that. So those people there's going to be a large subset of those people who won't have any AI systems. And then there's going to be a small subset of those people who are still using AI systems, but they're using third-party AI systems, including OpenAI, Microsoft's Bing, Google Bard, those types of applications. Those work well and good, but the problem is that those systems are third-party systems. They are running through third-party servers, and that means those third-party servers are, in fact, collecting, manipulating, and controlling the data that gets sent and received. That is why we are working on this project to build an open source from the ground up artificial general intelligence that every person on the planet can own and operate. Now, the problem we have is, how do you do that? How in the world do you get it so that everyone in the world can have access to be able to control a system like this? Well, the way you do this is you do it through what I'm calling codeless coding or conversational coding. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you an old project Eden overview. I'm not going to show you the most recent one. Let me just show you a project Eden. I'm just going to show you Project Eden version 1.1 prime directives. And this is what you're about to see right now. That's my contact information. If you want to reach out to me, feel free. I don't always answer my phone, but hey, you know what? What you're seeing right now on your screen is the last revision of the core code for Eden. And this is, in fact, this is what Eden is. Now, this is what I mean, that anyone, when this is done, or when we implement this and release it, it's already the case. Eden is not built through some complicated coding language. Eden is built through a conversational coding language, which means all you have to be able to do is read and edit a document. If you can read and edit the document, you can have your own personal, individually owned artificial general intelligence that you own and operate and that you have full control over. I'll be diving into more of this as we go along, but this is all brand new stuff. This is stuff nobody's talking about. This is developments that are happening so fast that it's going to take everything by storm and change absolutely everything. This goes beyond just having an AI that can do photos, having an AI that can do music. This is introducing the idea of every person on the planet being able to have their own personal Jarvis that can basically do anything that you can do, but better. Answer your emails, send and receive emails, send and receive phone calls on your behalf, text messages, manage your social media, design artwork, do it all through conversation, whether it be through typing or through voice or through video. It will find the best way to do anything that you need it to do and do it in the most efficient way possible. So I gotta get going. They're kicking me out of the Starbucks because they're closing up. Hopefully you guys appreciated this video content. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will be happy to get connected to you. Find me on Patreon. Support the work. Get connected. I will begin. For those of you who are coming on board with Patreon, please be patient. I am in the process. This is a lot of work that I have to do with very limited resources that I have. So I'm in the process of making this happen more and more. I appreciate your love and support out there, and I'm looking forward to continue to grow this project with each and every one of you as we begin this process together of developing the world's first individually owned and operated open source artificial general intelligence that every person on the planet can have for themselves to do what they want with it, however they want to do with it, without having to worry about someone else controlling and manipulating the data that comes in and out of their system. Until next time, everybody, happy coding. Take care of yourselves. Peace.